All right, we're back with more Starlink, the battle for Starfox, Atlas,
Woohoo!
whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, because it's time for us to do something fun today. We're taking on the Dreadnoughts, all of them.
No way. No
Yes way.
We're not ready.
Oh, we're ready. No more primes. It's prime time that the primes get shut down in prime space.
Prime real estate.
In their prime face. All right,
Yeah,
so...
in the prime of their life.
Yeah.
Eating prime rib.
We actually had a pretty good dinner, so I charged the other controller, so we shouldn't run into...
To the resistance fighters of the frontier sector, I, Proxima Draw, will keep watch over your demise.
Oh, will you now?
With this dreadnought in place, there's no stopping.
Oh, thank you, Proxima.
See, she just gave you a hint. With the Dreadnought in place, there's not much we can do, so let's go destroy the Dreadnought.
Yep, exactly.
If they didn't give that subtle hint that, oh, you're causing problems, we'll just go blow you up.
That's number one rule of like
Incoming outlaw.
all these villains, even in old like black and white shows where the villain, and even in James Bond villains, the villain will explain their plan because they're so confident that the person is not gonna win, that they're like, there's no hope for you, you know, Starfox. You know, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go to Sector 5 and do this. So you're gonna be, you know, there's no way you can win. And then it's like, oh, thank you for that information.
I really believe that Shigeru Miyamoto based Star Fox on Star Wars. A sole fighter is able to take on an entire fleet of ships by itself.
Finally a chance to try out the Dreadnought's weapon systems myself. Grax will be pleased when I destroy you, Starlink.
Wait.
Looks like this Dreadnought only has one prime left. Should be able to take it on.
You think he based it off on what?
Star Wars, a little bit.
No.
Like the ship combat, yes.
Not every space thing is based on Star Wars. I like Star Fox specifically because it's not Star Wars. It's a different, really cool franchise that's not. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. If you want to say that, that's fine.
Excellent.
See? The judge agrees with me.
But I can't think. Star Fox is his own thing. I don't think Miyamoto needed Star Wars,
So,
he would have come up with it on his own.
if Star Fox Zero is coming out in 2019 again, are you looking forward to playing it again?
Yeah. If there's no, motion controls, yeah.
United against motion controls.
Yeah, no, I mean, it has a similar feel. What, you think Star Fox is Luke Skywalker, or... I'm not really a fan of Luke Skywalker anymore, so I don't really...
No. Think about Luke in the past and just forget.
Luke, I don't like... There's many things about Star Wars I don't like, and Star Fox has all the good stuff that Star Wars doesn't have, and that I like about it.
Personally, I'm a fan of the extended universe, or what was known as the Star Wars Legends universe, like that takes place after Return of the Jedi.
But when did Star Fox come out?
1992?
Yeah, but there was a lot of space things before Star Wars. There was old space, like Flash Gordon, all kinds of stuff. And also, you could take any storyline and just set it in space. You wouldn't need to base it off of another... There was the last Starfighter movie. There was tons of... There's Star Trek. There's all kinds of space things. Besides Star Wars. I don't... Star Wars is some weird, mushy thing with midichlorians, and I don't want to think that Star Fox is based off of some lame thing like that. I don't.
All right, well...
Let's
take these fools down then.
Alright, let's take the fools down. You know what? It's fine. How do you think it's based off Star Wars? It's fine. I'll just let you talk. I won't say anything.
We'll destroy them ship to ship.
Yeah.
Technically, we're not the ones destroying them, though. It's all the missiles.
Luke, I used to be a Star Wars fan. I'm not anymore, so it's fine.
I know, you're triggered.
If you say that Star Fox is like Star Wars, I won't be able to play this game either. It'll be another franchise that leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Alright, I'm just messing with you. I always knew what Star Fox was based on.
Okay. What is it based on?
1960s Thunderbirds.
What?
Thunderbirds, that puppet show.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You've never seen the Thunderbirds? Really?
Puppet show? What?
How do I explain this? It's basically like Star Fox. It has a crew of, we'll say about like 5 or 6 pilots that are protecting planet Earth.
Okay.
And they're in like little starfighters and they jettison out into all over the place, but they're puppets. Because, you know, they didn't really have a budget to make a show like that, so everything was all puppetry.
Oh.
The Thunderbirds.
Okay, that sounds like maybe it was cool in real life, but it sounds really weird when you
No,
describe
the
it.
Thunderbirds was so cool. I haven't seen it in such a long time, so...
You
yeah.
watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well...
Well, my dad was really big into the Thunderbirds. He thought it was cool. It was a British thing, but it was later Americanized.
Oh, I feel like Star Fox is his own person. Star Fox feels to me like, well, actually, I don't know if I've ever seen the movie, but he feels like more like a really cool, confident character, like, what's that movie with Tom Cruise where he's an ace fighter pilot or something?
You're tricky.
I don't know.
I guess I'll give you that.
Top Gun?
Yeah, that's what he feels like to me. He's cool. Luke Skywalker is just like a farmer. Star Fox is awesome.
In Star Fox 64, the idea for the little character heads, where they go blah 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 blah, and they're talking,
Yeah.
they took that from the Thunderbirds, because that's how their little heads would appear in, like, I guess boxes or something, like, when they were doing their missions.
Cool.
I always kind of originally thought, before the interview in 2011 came out, where Shigeru Miyamoto said Thunderbirds is what inspired, because everybody thought that it was Star Wars.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that because Star Fox is his personality is so different than anyone in Star Wars. He doesn't believe in some weird woobly force thing. He's just cool.
He's cool when Nintendo gets him right.
He's super cool.
You know what game Nintendo needs to bring back just for the fun of it? Mach Rider.
Mach Rider.
Mach Rider, this guy who's basically like Captain Falcon on a motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
And I know I should just let Amber play because I'm hitting the beams anyway, but I have such high shields that it doesn't really matter.
That's fine.
It doesn't bother me.
See, you got me all triggered. You were making me feel like if he based it off of Star Wars, yeah, that would have gotten rid of my last hope for humanity. Because there'd be nothing left. I knew, see, look, he couldn't have possibly based it off of that because I know Miyamoto is he's more creative than that. Why would he base it off something that already exists?
Proxima, you disappoint me. I had such high hopes for you. No matter, Starlink, you will still fall to the Legion, one way or another.
Thank you, Big Bird. I don't feel like Darth Vader. I was gonna call George Lucas Darth Vader, but I don't think George Lucas is that smart. He already said what he took his ideas off. He took it off of the old Flash Gordon serials. And I actually watched those in the public library, some of the black and white stuff. It was, you know, with Emperor Ming and all this stuff like that, and always rescuing people on different planets, and the one girl, I forgot what her name is, she always reminded me of Princess Leia and stuff. Yeah. So, it was, I mean, yeah, he based it off of other things that already existed.
So while I was in hyperspace real quick, I was able to get on my phone. That's what the Thunderbirds were. You can see they were a different group of ships with different pilots that would go around protecting the planet in different ways. And this was in the 60s.
So they were basically like the A-Team, but in space.
A-Team and kind of like... Oh, what's another good example of what they were?
But you could take any people, like you could make the A-Team in space, and you could just take, you know, a Mr. T character and put him in a, in a spaceship, and then, you know, you could do that in 10 years after everyone forgot the A-Team, and then it would seem like you had a new idea when you just reused an old one.
All
yeah,
right.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'll give you another example while I'm just floating around here. Pretty much, they were kind of like secret agents, but they had different ships and stuff. And they were also kind of a team like Voltron. They were a team that was put together for good. And they would go and fly all these different missions, and they had like a really cool theme song. And because of the budget of the show, they were puppets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that's cool. So, but could you tell they were puppets when you were watching the show?
Oh, of course. Yeah, you could tell they were puppets.
Just like you could tell Yoda was one. Ah! How are you able... Okay, put both hands on the wheel. What are you doing? Alright, Luke somehow was able to show me, like, it was like...
That was her first glimpse of the Thunderbirds. And they've been remade so much over the years, but they started on British television, kind of like Doctor Who. And they had, like, some American shows later. And a lot of, I would say 80s superhero shows, like the teamwork stuff, is based on the Thunderbirds as well. Like a group of space explorers, a group of soldiers working together, flying different, you know, planes and boats and things like that, doing good for people. That's the Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Star Fox, especially in Star Fox 64, you really see the Thunderbird stuff come out because you have a character that jumps into a tank, into a submarine. You know, it's not just the planes anymore.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, they're kind of mercenaries too. I believe the, like you said, the A-Team.
Give us what you got.
I can't remember if the Thunderbirds were owned by a government, like the UN or something, or if they were a mercenary group.
I'm gonna guess a mercenary group because that makes them cooler. Star Fox isn't owned by a country,
Nope,
right?
they're a mercenary group.
Yeah.
His father and Peppy and Pigma Dangar, the guy who betrayed their team, they were part of the Cornerian army. And then they, I guess they created their own company called Starfox, like a mercenary for hire, like, elite pilot thing.
Yes.
And then when Fox died, or not Fox.
Oh yeah, that's right, because Fox almost gets paid at the end. His team in Star Fox.
They should really make a prequel for Star Fox about James McCloud. That'd be cool.
Yeah, James McCloud is definitely like a Top Gun thing. Well,
because he is.
Sunglasses.
The sunglasses are very Top Gun.
Yeah, I just get such a cool, like, I feel like Star Fox and his dad are so cool that, like, if I was standing in the same room as them, I wouldn't even, like, I'd be too nervous to talk to them. I just feel like that's how cool they are. Like, they're just so cool.
And I know people, I could play this a different way, but I'm trying to play this like Star Fox because I don't like the simple control mechanic, like where I can easily float in space, because that's not how it would work.
Star Fox is a hero. He's he's kind of like a military guy, but not, because he's his own thing.
And they need to bring Crystal back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, with all these different ports and remakes, I think it's about time that they look at Star Fox Adventure again. Star Fox Adventure is a very underrated Star Fox game. I mean, the flight combat sim stuff was really cool, but the ground missions weren't terrible.
Yeah.
If they would just perfect the gameplay a little bit, you know, it'd be a great game.
Yeah.
That was a GameCube game made by Rare. It was like one of the last games made by Rare. Star Fox Adventures.
But yeah, I definitely get an A-Team vibe from them, because it's like some of them are former military. Oh, sorry. Yeah, some of them are former military, and they're very precise. They're an elite team. It's kind of like the idea that they're so elite that they actually get paid more working for themselves than they would for the government.
The missile launcher. That's our way in.
See how fast that you can take down a Dreadnought when you're, like, close to level 20? It doesn't take long at all.
Star Fox's team is supposed to be so good that I think if they went up against a team of military, they'd probably win. That's how good they are.
Their tech is really good, too. Alright, here we go.
Starlink is inside. The defensive lasers should take care of them.
Instead of banking on these lasers that, even if they hit me, my shields are so high it doesn't matter, should probably have, like, better defenses in here, like maybe little mines or something. Or, I don't know.
Star Fox is so cool that he's cool even without sunglasses. He doesn't even need the sunglasses to be cool.
I thought there was one game where he gets the sunglasses again.
I always picture him with sunglasses. I always look over at him, I'm like, oh wait, no, he's not wearing sunglasses. But I always think he is. He feels like the type who would. He probably does it all when he's off duty.
And guys and gals watching, if this was like classic Star Fox, I would be more careful with lasers and things like that, because a couple hits and you're toast.
Well, it makes sense that they make a fox.
What? What is that?
You got a scram?
When does Switch have achievements? Oh, it's a Ubisoft game. It's built in.
Oh.
Never mind. I was like, what is going on?
Well, I'm saying like, I don't know. Never mind.
No, I can't believe it.
Believe it.
You failed me for the last time. Don't bother returning. As for you, Starlink, you'll soon fall just like your leader.
Who's my leader?
That guy feels like a Darth Vader. He's like, you failed me for the last time.
How do you know General Pepper?
Yeah.
Wait.
But I'm just thinking, like, I think what Miyamoto did was make the personalities of the animals, like, because if he really wanted to make, like, Star Fox, like, you know, like a kingly person, he would have made him like a lion, or if he wanted to make him like a vicious person that attacked people, he would have made him a wolf. But he made him a fox, which means he uses his smarts. He's super intelligent. He's able to lead his team and stuff, which is really cool. That shows that it's not really the power that's making him win, it's the fact that he's using his, like, his smarts.
Yep. So the reason why Miyamoto would have seen Thunderbirds on television, I was just thinking about when Japan was occupied through, I think, close to the 70s. You know, there was a lot of Western television that was broadcast in Japan. So Thunderbirds would have been a show that would be, you know, on around that time.
Yeah. That's
so he would definitely...
I've never seen that.
Thunderbirds, they used to play it in the 90s, too. Like, it didn't look... Okay, it did look kind of bad, but...
Yeah,
it was just Saturday morning fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Star Fox is, though. It's just a lot of fun.
Except for Star Fox Command. That game is not fun. You cannot pay me to play that game. That game's painful. It's like adding strategy elements to a game that didn't need strategy elements, and only a couple flight combat aspects of that Star Fox game. I hate it.
Well, I feel like the interactions with Star Fox and his team, though, like...
Also, Crystal and Star Fox get divorced in that game.
What?
Yeah, there's like multiple endings.
Wait, they got married at one point?
Yep.
They get divorced in a game?
Okay. In one ending, yeah.
Our allies have seen the Legion Prime on
and she chooses Wolf over him.
Updating the star map now.
What? Yeah.
Why does she choose Wolf?
Because he listens to her better. Like me, I'm terrible with communication,
actually,
so if I had a rival...
That could be a real reason, actually, now that I'm looking at that. But still, that's not a good enough reason, because she should know by now that no guy really listens to people.
I'm sorry, were you talking?
Oh. That's what women have to understand. It's like they go from one guy to the next and they're thinking, oh, he'll be different. It's like,
nah.
No, this is how men are. They don't pay attention a lot. Their mind is somewhere else. Usually on video games.
Hmm? The hum of the engine was just putting me to sleep. No.
It's fine.
So you can see this planet's actually pretty gorgeous, but it looks like something out of No Man's Sky.
This planet reminds me of when I saw The Life of Pi, and he landed on that planet, or he landed on the island that he thought was really great, but it turned out that the entire ground was poison.
But was the pie delicious?
No, his name was Pi.
Oh.
Life of Pi. It's like a movie where he has to defeat a tiger.
Oh, I just noticed that. When you get up close to the Prime, it has like very metallic sounding music, like as you're getting up to it. That's kind of clever, I suppose.
But maybe he was named after a delicious pie.
Alright, this thing's going down. The last Prime falls! One shall stand, that Prime just fell.
One shall fall.
We have to see Bumblebee this month.
Yeah, I guess.
Glad you stopped it early.
We're gonna see a lot of movies this month.
No sweat.
Deadpool tomorrow.
I can't.
Spider-Verse, Aquaman, Bumblebee.
I don't know if I have enough. I might just pick one.
Should we say Bumblebee for January then? Because I definitely want to see Aquaman.
How could you make a movie about like that one guy finding Bumblebee? It's like
it's a girl
he
finds him.
landed, and then his friend, that kid, finds him.
They're basically doing the plot of the original G1 Transformer show, but focusing on Bumblebee. And
hey there, still bringing the fight to the robots?
They turned Sam into a girl.
Why?
That's a prime core. Did you take
Why would they erase Sam's character?
Amazing work, Chief. Thank you.
Now, where does Sam exist in the multiverse? It doesn't.
Sam doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's what I don't like, them erasing and changing characters.
We'll keep this planet
You
safe
best
for
keep
you.
this planet safe, or I'm coming back to dock your salary.
I don't like how they would erase Sam.
I don't think Sam's ever appeared in the Transformers movies.
Well, that was the whole problem with them, wasn't it?
Shia LaBeouf should have been called Sam. What was his name anyway? He's so forgettable now that I don't even remember that character's name.
I don't know. His name was. I have different names that I call him,
Wait,
but they're not nice.
What's his name saying?
His name is.
You're right, Thunderbirds does look kind of freaky, but they were puppets.
News. We just received a shipment of Electrum from our Prospector allies.
That's great news. I'm so glad. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I don't know what his name was, Luke. It's just, it really doesn't matter. I mean, the whole thing turned me off when he was, just, it doesn't really matter. Hanging around with that girl and everything, it's just, they just made him basically how they made Dick Grayson today. It's just not a nice guy. Not a nice boy.
Oh wait, no, Sam was, oh my gosh, I forgot the name, Spike! Oh my gosh, how could I do that? No! Michael Bay, get out of my head! Sam is the name of Shia LaBeouf's character, it's not Spike!
Wait, who's the original kid?
Spike!
Alright, well then, okay.
I need to like purge something.
Then her name should be Spike then. It's just...
Incoming outlaw hyperspace.
I don't like it when they change stuff because then it makes it like, wait, so this isn't really Transformers. What would they focus on, Luke? Oh, they're gonna focus on Bumblebee and the fact that he's yellow and he can turn into a vehicle. I mean, what can you really focus on him?
Dang it!
It's just stupid. I don't want to have a whole movie talking about, oh, there's a piece of machinery, it turns into a car. Well, that could have taken 1 second to explain, not a 3-hour movie. Never mind.
Well, you should be happy to know that, according to the internet, Sam may be gone. Like, he might not have survived the events of Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Well, I mean, I hope not.
You can't say that!
Why? He was a terrible actor and he made the character look stupid.
But he's not an actor in the Transformers movies, he's... Never mind.
Seems like it to me. It doesn't feel like...
This is a waste of time.
Anyway, whatever.
Seem to have captured
I'm
their
excited
attention.
for... If I have to see one movie this month, it'll be Aquaman, and you're gonna force me to go to that PG version of Deadpool, so...
Or we could see Spider-Verse instead. I mean, I really wanted to see the Princess Bride thing.
There's another... I do want to see that, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't... What? There's a Spider-Verse movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going.
You say that, but... Missile. So what was that about me going down? Yeah, that's what I thought, did.
This... I mean, Starfox doesn't feel like Star Wars at all, because to me, this feels like...
Amber, I was pulling your leg. I knew.
Okay. Alright.
We played Star Wars today.
like-
I just wanted to trigger you.
This just feels like a super... I don't know, just... I don't really know. I've not really been in the military or any kind of combat, so I really don't know what it feels like, but it feels like a real... Feels like a real military, like, war or something like that. It feels... It's kind of heart-pumping if you think about it, because these enemies are literally talking to you.
Well, they would talk...
That's the stressful thing, is they talk to you while they're shooting you down. That's freaky.
That's Thunderbirds.
That would put me I would hyperventilate. That
You
would
realize
be scary.
in World War II and
would be
even
really
the
scary.
Korean War and other things, pilots can talk to each other that are on rival sides.
Oh my gosh, that would really freak me out.
Of course, because it gives you a, a face of the enemy. But some of them would do it on purpose to psych people out because they're so confident in their skills that they can, just say hello to you before they open fire.
Oh my gosh, that would really, really freak me out. I would be having a heart attack in my plane.
Warning.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, World War II.
hyperspace
That's
trap.
what it, it feels scary.
Well, in a sense, the Star
When
Wars
they put-
stuff is based on the old World War II combat footage, like the plane
Not with the
stuff.
Star Wars. I don't want to think about that stupid franchise.
Wow.
It's dead to me.
So are we gonna see episode 9?
They're making another episode?
Yeah, and they're bringing Luke Skywalker back to life.
Good for him. He already ruined everything. I am done.
No, that was Ryan Johnson. That wasn't Luke Skywalker.
Space trap.
He had to do what the Disney overlord said.
Did he, Luke? Did he have...
He was trolling people all the time in his interviews for the movie. Like, he was always making the director and the real Sith Lord, what's her face? Kennedy, look bad, like, in every interview.
That must have hurt.
Because they were saying stuff like, we're not making this for the fans, and he's like, well, aren't we? And he's like, well, I guess not. So, I mean, he was,
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I love Mark Hamill. Like, in that
can't-
respect.
Wow. How bold of him.
He is bold, and now he's got a new job where at first I thought Nightfall was something Batman related, but it turns out it's this History Channel night epic, like medieval show. And now he's in it. Yep.
Looks like they've got it.
What?
So all that sword training came in handy.
He's gonna be in a medieval show?
Mm-hmm. But we don't have the History Channel, so we can't watch it. But yeah, he's gonna play like an old knight or something like that. So I mean, he's no spring chicken.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but this, this is way more intense than, like,
Warning.
Star Wars.
Incoming
Yeah, that's what...
Not this game. This game.
Yes, it is! To me, Star Fox always... Not this one, but a lot of the Star Fox games, even the people talking to you, it's... If that was me, I would have a heart attack.
Star Fox is one of my favorite sci-fi franchises. I would love for there to be a movie about Star
I
Fox.
feel like it's way more intense than any other sci-fi thing I've
I
ever seen.
think that Hollywood is barking up the wrong tree for doing like a Zelda or a Mario movie. They need to do a Star Fox film. That would be a good movie.
I don't think they could do one good enough.
Yes, they could. If they did it like an animated movie like the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yes, they could, because the Star Fox Zero
If
thing.
they made it like... If they made it as cool as, like, Robotech, I would watch it.
I don't know if I'd want a whole anime. I'd want a movie.
Yeah, but if... I mean...
Okay, so I guess that's our next planet? What is that? Unknown planet. I don't think this is right. I don't think I'm supposed to be here right now. Build a Starlink tower on
Here-
Kyrite?
Okay, I'll tell you the difference. Okay, Luke Skywalker's a guy who found an old man in a cave and he uses the Force.
Space Wizard.
Star Fox is a highly trained elite fighter pilot with nerves of steel, with a cool, like, cocky attitude, extremely intelligent, and, like, extremely, like precise reflexes that he has to literally be Han, and he has to shoot first every time or he's gone. Every time he goes up against these guys, if he doesn't shoot first, it's over.
You realize you just described Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's Tom Cruise.
No, don't give Tom Cruise that idea, because then he's gonna want to play a Fox character.
He is Star Fox.
No!
I've always thought Star Fox is like Tom Cruise.
No!
He's awesome.
No!
I don't like everything that Tom Cruise does. I think Tom Cruise is kind of crazy in real life, but in that movie, he's like Star Fox. I've actually never seen that movie, actually. I just seen clips of it.
I can think of a better actor who would be a good Star Fox.
No, I'm not saying he's Star... Yeah.
You ready for me to blow your mind?
What?
Brendan Fraser as Star Fox.
Good voice.
That's... Yeah, well, yeah, I said it would be an animated movie. What?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Voice him. Yeah,
He
it's
would
fine.
do. He would, what? You don't sound that excited.
Well, I just think that they should have some kind of like cool like action hero voicing him or something.
Brendan Fraser, the Mummy, action hero.
Yeah, you're right.
Target the main
Does he
structure.
sound like a fox though? No.
He could sound like Rick O'Connell and pull it off. 'Cause Rick O'Connell was a military guy.
I know, Luke. Ooh.
I'm triggered. I am triggered. I'm disappointed in you, Amber.
Of Necrom's Prime. Destroy a few more extractors and we'll know just where it is.
Extractor destroyed.
Okay, I have a word that describes Starfox, but I can't really.
Awesome. Nerves of steel. Watch out, danger. He's for real. He's Starfox.
Yeah, if he had like a danger name in his name, it would be cool.
Atmospheric corruption detected.
No, he's like.
Flight engines are affected.
Never mind. Never mind. I can't say it.
Also, he doesn't talk all that much. Even in his games, he really doesn't, because it's from the point of view of the player. You're playing as Fox.
Yeah.
His wingmates talk all the time. Alright, who would you cast as Falco? I already know who I'd cast as Falco.
Oh my gosh.
Will Arnett.
Who's Will Arnett? I can't remember who that is.
You don't remember who Will Arnett is? Really? He played Batman in the,
Oh, that guy? Yeah.
Yeah. He could be Falco.
No, I just feel like Starfox would be really... I feel like Starfox would be extremely young, like, good-looking guy. I just feel like, Brandon Fraser is not that. That's why.
And Tom Cruise is?
No, I wouldn't have Tom Cruise when he was 20 would play Starfox.
I would have Tom Cruise play James McCloud.
Yeah, I just feel like they should have somebody young play Starfox. That's all I would say. And maybe an unknown that's really good at acting. But
Bruce Campbell.
No, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't...
Alright, in the comment section below, tell us who your cast would be for a Starfox film. I'm curious. Or if you're watching this as a premiere, hi, tell us on the side right now.
Great work. Just one more extractor, and I can determine where Necrom's Prime is.
No, you can't.
Extractor destroyed.
You can't find the Prime. You're terrible at your job. Look at this. We're doing your job for you. You're not doing anything. We're the ones going around blowing stuff up so that you can use your little satellite thingy to, you know, supposedly see where this Prime is.
Yeah.
Alright, who would you get?
Fine.
Who would be Slippy?
I was thinking something, but I don't think I should say it out loud because it's really weird.
I gotta know now.
No, I'm just... Okay.
Marking on the map. Maybe we can
Never
unlock
mind.
this one too.
Will Smith would be Peppy Hair.
Oh, I'm just saying... Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that... You know, I'll just tell you later. It's weird, okay? I don't want to talk about it. It's a different perspective from me, because I'm not...
The guy who plays Doctor Strange, I would have him be Andros. He was the voice of Smaug in The Hobbit. Cumberpatch. I think that's his name. Benjamin Cumberpatch?
No, but Starfox has to be really cool. Like, he can't just be anybody. Like,
Yeah, but Brendan Fraser still has a young-sounding voice. He sounds like George of the Jungle in his, like, 40s. He does.
No, but you can't talk slowly like an old person and be Starfox.
He doesn't talk like an old person. Take it back.
I talk slower than I did when I was younger. I sound older. There's no way
I sound the same. My
same.
voice is still
I've got a lock on
still
Necrom's
awesome.
Prime. Updating your star map now.
And let's see, for Slippy, I would get Zachary Levi. That's who would be my Slippy. That is my casting right there.
It's just Hollywood thinks that they can replace people. Like, right now, they're doing a new Mary Poppins movie, and they're like...
There's the Prime!
Oh, you know, the new lady is just like Julie Andrews. It's like, no, the new lady isn't even 1/1,000,000th of percentage of even a tiny speck of Julie Andrews' toe. Julie Andrews is so articulate, so graceful, so gorgeous. Her voice is so beautiful. There's no way anyone can even hold a candle this woman who's playing the new Julie
Okay,
Andrews
you're gonna love this.
wouldn't even be in the same choir, backup choir to Julie Andrews.
All right,
Go
for
ahead.
Wolf, the actor that I would get to play Star Fox rival would be Antonio Banderas. He would be Wolf. So there's my Star Fox cast, people, for the Star Fox film.
All right, I was gonna say, why not make Antonio Banderas Star Fox?
No, he's got to be Wolf. He's got that cool voice thing. But anyway, people, let us know your cast for Star Fox. We will see you tomorrow with more of the Starlink game, and we hope you enjoyed this episode. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya.